Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Dinithi and welcome back to another reading vlog. It is 2022. Let's hope this year is gonna be great for everybody. I wish you all the happiness in the world. So in this vlog, you're gonna see me read two books. One, something I really enjoy and that really makes me happy, and the other one is very disturbing but something I also liked, which is weird to say because that is a very weird book. So let's start the vlog and I will see you back for the outro. It is already the 4th day of this new year and I haven't picked up the camera. I had this whole plan to do like a start my weekly reading vlogs from Monday, but anyway, at least I'm starting it now, and not for the lack of reading. I finished 2 books within this span of time and I started another one, but I just didn't talk about it, and I really want to talk about it before it all piles up. So in this vlog, primarily I'm gonna be reading Under the Whispering Door by TJ Klune. I'm already 88 pages into this. I love it. So far it is just as good as House in the Cerulean Sea because they have very similar characters in terms of like the grumpy and the very selfish main character, and then also like the very humble and toned down to earth other, like the love interest, like potential love interest, because they haven't really gone together yet. And also you have the side characters who are just so endearing and funny and just so wholesome this is such a TJ Klune book and I'm loving it. I can't put it down. That's why I had to like pick up the camera and start talking about it, otherwise I'm just gonna fly through it and never talk about this in the vlog. But I think I did show some clips earlier of me reading, and that was yesterday. I only got that one clip, but anyway, hopefully I will try to keep this up. Hopefully this video will go live and people can see it, and this is not just me vlogging for like 2 days and forgetting to do it. And also, so before this, I finished Just Kids by Patti Smith, which I will talk about in my January wrap-up, because I do want to talk about it but not in this vlog, and that was really good. I gave it 5 out of 5. It is a non-fiction, more on that later. Then I also read one other book called What If You and Me. I can't remember who it's written by. I wanted to read like a very easy romance book, so I just went to Gabby. From Gabby, she reads a lot of romance, and I checked one of her videos and her recommendations and I found this book, and surprisingly this was a romance that I really liked. I'm usually very skeptical about them, like I know what I'm getting when I go into it, so it's not always fun to read it. It's very predictable, and even though it was very similar, it had a very similar plot to like other romances, I really liked the aspect of, because the two main characters have a lot of trauma behind their past. One is a former firefighter who has a disability now because a beam fell on him while he was trying to save this family from a fire, and they had to amputate his leg, and now he wears a prosthetic. You have RMC, who's another one like who is suffering from PTSD of her this is very creepy, her ex, who turns out to be a serial killer, and after that she like never gets into like serious relationships, and she's like put off by the idea. She has trauma from finding out that he was a serial killer. It's like, I mean, imagine, right, like the fact that like you find out this guy you're sleeping with is a serial killer. Anyway, so those two, like, and I really like their chemistry and the way the story built up. So, and there's a lot of they talk a lot about horror movies, and even though I'm not a fan of horror, I don't watch horror movies, I was intrigued by the way she talked about it because she seems really interested in it, because she's a horror writer, so they talk about movies and books and all of that. So it was fun to read, and I really enjoyed the romance aspect of it as well. So yeah, it's a really good book. I do want to pick up her other books, but I'm afraid it's gonna be very repetitive, you know, like, because it's a trilogy, I think, just like the Brown sisters. So even though you're reading different characters, the storyline is more or less the same. And something else I really liked about this that particular romance is how consensual it was. Like, the main character Andy is suffering from PTSD from like being with a guy, right? So she's very cautious about like having sex or like just making out, even just kissing it. She wants to take things very slowly with people, and not a lot of guys would be okay with it. And the fact that like this guy, his name is, nope, can't remember the name. and whoever that guy is, I'll put the name here if I find it when I'm editing. But yeah, the dude is like really, he's such a gentleman, and he's so respectful of her that, you know, it was just so great to read. I really enjoyed it, and because he agreed to everything that she wanted to do, like take it very slow, and like he was always asking like, are you okay, like is this okay, can I do this, like can I kiss you? So like I personally like that when it comes to guys, and when they do that, like, you know, ask for permission, ask for consent. So I prefer if the person is more respectful than romantic. That's just me. So it was very nice to see, and because of all the trauma, so I understand why she was going very slow, and she wants to go very slow. And it was nice that the guy she's with understands that. And it's not something I've read a lot in books. It's mostly, when it comes to romance, it's all about, you know, this high and this, you know, oh, we're so attracted to each other, so we're just gonna start making out. So that's mostly how I see, mostly what I read in romance. So this is like a very nice change of pace. And yeah, I really liked how their relationship was built up throughout the book, as opposed to just, I don't know, I know this is a trope, like the neighbors falling in love, some trope, but yeah, I'm not a big fan of these enemies to lovers or friends to lovers, all that shit. So this is a very different type of romance that I really enjoyed. So yeah, it's very rare that I like romance. So when it happens, I really enjoy it, and I really want to talk about it. So I hope you enjoyed my rant, and I'm gonna go back to reading Under the Whispering Door now, and I will keep you updated once I read a few more. Hi, hello. It is Thursday, and I'm finally here with an update because I finished Under the Whispering Door by TJ Klune. I give this 4 out of 5. I liked it. I didn't love it, so that's why. There's nothing wrong with the book, right? I liked it enough that I really enjoyed it, but I didn't love it as much as House in the Cerulean Sea. And I think it has to do with the characters, because I didn't connect with them the way I did with Chauncey and Lucy and Sam, all of them, right? So, and of course the two main characters, but like, I really liked Hugo, and I really liked Wallace, who is the main character, and then I also liked May. It's not like the other characters were bad, it's just like I didn't really connect with them. And yeah, that's all I can say, because this book is really good, okay? It handles grief really well, and I know that this was a very personal book for Klune himself, and he has said that in his author's note that it was really hard for him to write because he went through something like this, and it was cathartic for him to write his grief and write down his thoughts and feelings. So I do respect this book for that, and I'm glad that it helped him in any way, even though like it didn't completely make the grief go away, because it never goes away. But in terms of the story itself and the characters, I think the tone of the characters have been done before in the Cerulean Sea, especially Hugo and Wallace and their dynamic. It's very similar to what went through with the first one. I can't remember those two main characters' name, but it felt very similar, as if like I'm reading about them again, but in a very different setting. So maybe that's why I didn't enjoy it as much as I did the first book, but yeah, it's still a good book. I thoroughly enjoyed it and I finished it in like 2 or 3 days. So it's hilarious. It's such a TJ Klune book, so I will definitely pick up anything he writes again, but I think it's never gonna be as good as Cerulean Sea, because that's like a that's one of a kind, you know. Sorry for that book, which is very hopeful and hilarious sometimes, and also very human. I started to read Tender is the Flesh. So this I came across somebody's TBR, I think, can't remember, and I looked it up because the premise sounded really fascinating, because it's basically about this dystopian world where this virus infects all animals in the world, and which makes them poisonous for humans to consume. So humans start killing all the animals because they are very poisonous to, even like a scratch or a bite is poisonous and fatal to humans. So they massacre all the animals, and then with nothing left they turn to cannibalism. They start eating each other. This book is, I'm just starting it out. I'm not even like 20% in. Like, it's very, I think it's still, I'm reading like, I think I'm in like the 4th chapter, and it's very weird to read because nothing. Okay, so the other thing about this book that's different from like a lot of these like zombie apocalyptic type of stories is that this is exactly what we do to animals right now. So humans are bred in captivity for consumption, right? So they are just like in every slaughterhouse you have pigs and cows and chicken who are bred in captivity, and they do horrible things. The meat industry is like, oh my god. Yeah, just something I don't want to even think about. But I've heard that reading this book has made a lot of people go vegetarian for a while because it's that horrific. Because like whatever you read in this book that is done to humans is in reality being done to animals right now. And yeah, I don't know how I'm gonna feel about that. I don't know if I can stomach all of it, but I'm gonna continue. I'm gonna see if I can read it, because I don't know, it feels like a social commentary kind of a book where you question yourself, like, if you can't stomach something like this being done to humans, right, why would you support, or like why would you contribute to an industry that's doing that to animals right now? So I don't know why I'm reading this, because it's weird, the idea, because even in this book, right, they don't talk about the humans that are in captivity as humans, because it's illegal to call them humans, because they don't want to give them that identity. They're just males and females and heads and studs. So they've completely dehumanized them. Just because they're bred in captivity, they are like, there are some injections that you give to these males and females to make them like grow up faster. So because the demand is so high that they can't even wait for these people to grow up. And it's the same with the meat industry, I've heard. So yeah, I'm gonna read this book and I will update you later on my thoughts and feelings about it. I don't know, it's gonna be like a completely different shift to like the beginning of this video, when I was like really happy and I don't know. Do you want to know how deranged this book is? Listen to this. This is not about cannibalism or anything, right? I'm not gonna talk about that in this video. I don't want people, because I don't want to put that out there in the world. So, but listen to this. I don't get why a person's smile is considered attractive. When someone smiles, they're showing their skeleton. Okay, true, but see what I mean? Aside from the cannibalism, there's also shit like this, which is so deranged and not something you think about. My god. Guys, I just read chapter 18. I don't know. This book is just... it just keeps getting weirder and weirder. If you read this book, you know what I'm talking about, like the middle of chapter 18. Why? So it is Sunday night. I'm gonna end the vlog here, so this will be the last final clip before we go to the outro. I finished 10 Days of Flesh and I gave it 4 stars, right? It's very hard to explain why I like the book without you judging me for it, because yes, cannibalism is terrible. Nope, it's not, I can't, I don't want it. I don't want to live in a world where that exists, where that is legalized and commercialized, and just no. But this book is good. I really liked it. I didn't enjoy it because can you really enjoy a book where you have to read about, I don't know, humans being cut up and just no. But I must say it is a very well written book, and the social commentary on it, especially about capitalism and the marketing strategies and how the aristocracy lives on and just lives to, you know, just how the rich gets richer and the poor stays poor. It's just, even in a dystopian world like that where humanity has lost any sort of empathy or any sort of sympathy for other people, you're just like out for you. It's literally a dog-eat-dog world, and there's kind of a very horrifying scene with puppies that really shows that in the book. But yeah, one of the best things about it is the ending of the book, and that last line. It's such a good way to end it, and it's devastating because as a reader you want your main character to have his humanity, right? I really like the main character, who's Marcos, and he's a well-developed character, and you see his journey throughout the book and how desperate he is to find any sort of humanity, any sort of compassion in like the world that he lives in. And ironically, you see throughout the book, what you see is him slowly losing his own humanity, and the ending just solidifies it in such a disappointing and devastating way that he realizes that being human is useless in a world like this. Look, this book is worth your time if you decide to pick it up, but I'm gonna put the content warning below in the description. You have to read it. Please read it. I will put it up here as well on screen so you can see it, because there's a lot, and the scenes are very graphic. It's very detailed, so if you can't stomach it, I don't think you should read it. But if you do decide to pick it up, it's not like this woman has some sick fetish where she just wrote about it, right? There is a point to the story and you get what she's trying to make, and she's bold, she's very straightforward about it, and I love it. So I love what she's trying to say about capitalism, about like the marketing strategies, and just how the society is run by the rich, and the horrifying truth that how it's always like morality is honestly, it's very questionable, because what the collective agrees is what is considered right, and the way the book is trying to portray that is what is terrifying. Because if one day everybody agrees that cannibalism is okay and it should be legalized, then we're fucked. So yeah, my thoughts are all over the place. I think I can give you like a coherent review about this book in my wrap-up, so let's hope I can give you a better description about it, because my thoughts are like all over the place. I'll probably never read this book again because I don't have to. I will never forget it. But it was a very unique experience, I have to say that. So yeah, and it's very well written. The writing is incredible. That is it for this vlog, and cue the outro. That is it, you guys. That is the vlog for this week. I hope to keep doing these weekly reading vlogs. Let me know if you like them. I really like doing these vlogs, so yeah, gonna do them as I can. I'm not gonna put any pressure on myself. I hope you liked this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up, and I will see you very soon with the next video. Bye.